put it to good use.
You'll see the movement. He was moving that time.
Ryan Davis with his third personal foul. So Duke has 2 players with 3 fouls. Abdelnaby and Davis.
But any time that you're a defensive coach, you're always trying. No matter what, you want every call.
Schooled under Bobby Knight at West Point originally. That's when the first 2 got together.
Mike was an outstanding scorer for West Point, and then later came back after he served 5 years in the service and became their head coach.
Atkins with the free throw. 4:23 to go in the first half. 37-28. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown here at the Meadowlands. The winner of this game will face Connecticut Saturday, the Eastern Regional Final. See if Martin was pushing Hurley, and they'll call him. Or is it away from the ball? Ron Owens.
That's his first.
So UCLA normally does not get in those ticky-tack fouls on post people because they front the individual that's posting up. And when you do that, you get away with more contact than if you play behind the guy.
Keith Owens started 3 games this year for UCLA. Leitner hits the free throw. Jim Herrick, coach for many years at Pepperdine, was once an assistant coach under Gary Cunningham, one of the coaches who succeeded John Wood. Going out of the game now is Owens, and Tracy Murray replaces him. Leitner now with 12. There's Bobby Hurley getting a breather.
Now Duke giving you another look. Full court, man-to-man pressure. Trying to lengthen the passing lanes, get you to pick up the dribble.
Wilson gives it up to Matkins. And Matkins hits the 3. He is the best three-point shooter on the team, and his only points came on a 3 against Kansas Sunday.
And what a big 3, because it happened with 1 minute left in the game. Now he can make that shot. Coach Herrick would like to see him shoot more often.
Leitner on a fine feed from Brian Davis.
See, Duke doing a terrific job in completing the lob pass anytime UCLA runs the postman.
Caffrey out to defend against Martin. McLean moves in against Davis. Shot doesn't drop. Rebound by Bricky. And a foul against UCLA. They're really out of sync right now, the Bruins, as they trail by 10 with 3:21 left. We're at the Meadowlands Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown. Duke leads this one by 10. UCLA struggling from the field. Duke dominating the board. And the leading scorers are McLean and Leitner. Earlier tonight, Connecticut defeated Clemson in an incredible finish on a basket with 1 second remaining. Connecticut had to go to the length of the floor with 1 second, and Tate George hit the jumper to beat the Tigers. Tracy Murray with only his second basket. 3 minutes to go, and it's a 41-33 lead for Duke. McCaffrey filling the lane nicely. Leitner fed him a good pass.
Oh, they have numbers.
3-on-2 right now. Murray trying to get his own rebound. McLean winds up with the ball, and McLean scores. He's got 13.
That's such a quick release off the bounce, Dick. And we can't say this enough. And that is that anytime UCLA gets the basketball, they're so quick in changing in that you must pay total attention to them.
Anderson off the screen. McLean the rebound. And here's a 3-on-2 break, 4-on-2. And going in with a shot is Martin. And now it's a 41-37 game.
See, they've been getting excellent shots at the basket. The ball just has not been falling for them, but they have never stopped guarding and hustling.
Connecticut won. Remember, the game is over when the horn sounds and not when the clock hits 00.
There was no question at the scorer's table or by the deep referee. Yeah, that was a good shot.
So Connecticut moves to the regional final. Meanwhile, they'll play the winner here. UCLA on a 9-2 run has cut Duke's lead to 4. And they'll call UCLA with the foul. Matkin with 2:02 to go. That's his first. The other final in the Midwest Regional, it was Arkansas moving to the Final 8 for the first time since 1979, beating North Carolina handily.
See, both of these teams are so quick at doubling back on anyone who is dribbling the basketball, and they're constantly going for your hand. Now, in the first half, all of the ticky-tack stuff has been called. It'll be interesting to see if it continues in the second half.
Henderson looking for his 10th point of the game. And he's got it. Xavier and Texas locked in the first half duel in Dallas. Martin throws up an air ball, and Leitner comes down with it, and here's a 3-on-2 opportunity, and Hurley hits Henderson perfectly with the fast break.
I like Hurley's decisions tonight. He's really pushing the ball hard, and he doesn't have outstanding quickness, but he's smart. He's smart with the ball.
Murray tries to get it inside to Matkins. It's called Duke foul.
Here you'll see the pitch out. They're constantly looking for for Hurley. And there you see, good finisher. Excellent choice, Henderson. Not only can he finish for you, he's also an 82% foul shooter in case he gets fouled.
Hill committing the foul, and here is Gerald Matkins shooting 1-1. He missed all of last year with a very tough injury. He had an excruciating 6-month recovery from a serious moped accident. He hit a moving car head-on back in July of '88, suffered a fractured pelvis, torn muscles, 2 operations, a metal plate and 2 pins. It's amazing that he ever came back to play, much less walking.
And then for him to be their defensive stopper along with that.
8 only 1, and last touch by the Bruins, it'll be Duke ball with 1:23 remaining in the first half. Duke's biggest lead was 11.
See, Duke continues to pick Derek Martin off in the backcourt and also at the top of the circle, relieving the pressure on Hurley as he's dribbling the basketball.
There's Leitner from Hurley. They've done that a few times tonight, and Christian Leitner with 16 points is the game-high scorer.
See, you can't do that if you have another offensive player on the low box on the other side of the lane. But they don't. They bring him up high, and that makes that easy catch equal a layup.
Matkins. Leitner clears it. Now, Duke can play for the last shot and can match their biggest lead if they score.
They're spreading out the floor now, and they have Christian Leitner up high at the foul line area. Big thing here is you do not want a player away from the ball to backdoor you if you're the defensive guy for a layup.
Early in and out, batted out by Leitner, and they'll call the foul on Chris. That'll be his second.
Now you'll see that Duke is in a passing game right here. Now there's your lob. You see him call and hold off McLean. That was beautiful. See, because it's 2 guys working together. The passer and the receiver, but the receiver must hold the defensive man off.
Already a terrific game for Christian Leitner, who will go to the bench with a second personal foul, 16 points and 9 rebounds. Kubek replaces him.
Were we worrying about Christian yesterday by saying, hey, you know, he played an entire game on Sunday without a field goal, probably the first time since he was in grammar school.
He came back. Hurley's come back with a little adversity on the personal side this week.
Ooh, plenty of time.
It's the one-on-one. Henderson didn't have control. Gets it back. It won't count if it goes, and that is the end of the first half with the score. Duke 47, UCLA 38. CBS Sports. Sports coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship will continue after this message and a word from your local station.
CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship Regional Semifinal game from East Rutherford, New Jersey is sponsored by